Okay, we are back for part two. We stopped at the simplest form of binary code. Starts at 1 and reads from the right to the left. So 1, 2, 4, and you've noticed it all doubles. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one way to do it, or the way, but one number, and the number is going to be 82. Now, what I'm doing here, and I just want you to follow along. If you notice, we turn off, again, 0 is off, 1 is on. So what we want to do is add the numbers up to equal 82. If you notice, if I look at 128, obviously if I add 128, it's going to be way more than 82, so I don't need that number. So I'm going to say 64 plus. So if we're using 64, I'm going to turn it on with a 1. Now let's go ahead and 64 plus 32, that's going to be 96. So that's way over 82. So we're going to turn it off. We don't need it. 64 plus 16, let's do the math. That's 64. 6 plus 4 is 10, so 6, 7, 8. So 64 plus 16 is 80. So yes, we can use that, so we're going to turn it on. Now, the difference between 80 and 82 is 2. So let's go ahead and turn 2 on, and then turn the 8 off, the 4 off, and the 1, because we do not need those. So the simplest form, the number 82 looks like that. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Now this is, again, the very simplest form. It gets very complex when we talk about millions and millions of binary code numbers to equal that photo that you saw earlier. Now, if we were to do one on our own, all we have to do is do the math. So I'm going to propose an extra credit problem that you have to do. Actually, let's not do the extra credit. Not yet. Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay. I changed my mind. I want you to go online, find the binary code for your first and last name. All you need to do is type it on or write it on a sheet of paper with, like mine would be E, and then I'd go find what E was, write it out. R, write it out. So it should say E equals, then go down the line, R equals. Keep going down for your first and last name, and give me that when we come to class, and I'll count that as extra credit. Okay. Your quiz will be a little different. I think part of your quiz is going to find the simplest form for a number. So make sure you understand this. Again, all we're doing is adding. What numbers can we add to make the number over here that we're looking for? If you need to, rewatch this video and rewatch this part, and you should be able to understand it. Just, again, add the numbers, whatever equals the number you're looking for, turn them on. If you don't need those numbers, turn them off. Okay. Last slide I want to go over, because we are going to do a lot of internet searches and try to find good information. I just want everybody to understand that a website is just a file that someone created, and it's on someone's computer. Okay. That ends in hypertext markup language. Now, if you were to go to Microsoft Word, you could actually go in and type your paper, type whatever you want it to look like, then go File, Save As for HTML. When you did that, you just created that Word document ready to be put on the internet. Now you just need to buy the internet page, put it up there, and guess what? You have now an internet website. Okay, so to be honest, websites are just files from programs that people create, and they're on somebody's computer. That's it. Be very careful in what you read on the internet. Not all of it's true. Hopefully you guys understand that. That Foundations video. Of Technology. Hold this on. Is 1 second. The Computer and Internet Communication section. I just wanted to go along. That's quite funny that the video popped up behind the screens and started playing as I was doing it. So that's why you got double me in one shot. But anyways, I can create any website that I really wanted to. And I could say Mr. Goody or doctor goodie says that you can eat chocolate and cure cancer. I put it on the internet, and you should notice it's not true. But so kind of understand that anything that you use, and search the internet doesn't mean it is completely 100% true. So make sure you understand that. Otherwise, you're going to believe everything. Now, there's a sense of severity, or a sense of, I want you to understand how important the internet is, but how fragile it can be, and how stuff gets spread on the internet, or how easy it is to get things off the internet that you don't want them to be. If you were to log on to Facebook, which I'd say 99% of you have Facebook or Twitter, you get onto those and you have to log on. You assume that everything you put on there is safe. But I want to tell you something. If you go back to the principle of how a web page works, it's a file that someone creates on someone's computer. For example, the people that own Facebook, they have a server that hosts all their information and all your information because you put it on your account. Now, that is not your stuff. That's their stuff because you gave it to them. Okay. Every time you put a photo on Facebook, it's not in the internet somewhere just ready to be floating around, password protected for you. It is actually on their computers in their offices. So kind of understand that just because you put a password on a thing does not mean it's completely 100% safe. You put your phone number on it, guess what? You're going to learn this week how Google does things, and Google backs things up over and over and over. Facebook, same thing. They back things up. So it's not just on there for that split second that you put it, I delete it. It's still been copied more than once, because I'm going to tell you, at the school, we back our things up a lot. And we're just a school. Just think about the other ones that have big dollars connected to it. They are going to back their information up a lot. And so be very careful. I would go out there and Google search your name and see if you can find anything on you, because if so, somebody posted on the internet, and maybe you didn't even know that was being posted. I've seen stuff on the internet about me that comes from the newspapers and etc. that I didn't post it. So make sure that you know that things on the internet are not completely safe. And you got to be wary about putting stuff you don't want to be out in public on the internet. So be careful of that stuff. Okay, that is all that I have for you for this video. And this is part 2 of the computer and internet of the Teens Texting and Driving project. See you guys later.